Well, hello. Today is day 3 of Air Force One. This, of course, is our third day about informational text for our Unit 3 test review using Air Force One. You will read the following questions and choose the correct answers. You will mark your questions and use the provided rings to mark your text evidence for each question. And then when finished, you will take the quiz in Canvas over Air Force One. You may use these Google Slides to answer the quiz. So let's go ahead and get started. If we look at the questions, like we have 10 questions all the way through slides 11, so 1 through 10. And it has, like, when it says the author wrote the selection most likely to, you're going to use your annotation, Google Read and Write, to mark this. So the author most likely wrote this selection too. So that's the point. That's what you are going to focus on. So you go ahead and highlight this, and then you can start reading your answers to figure this out. Let's look at number 2 for a minute. The primary purpose of the Air Force One diagram. So we're talking about the purpose of the diagram. So the Air Force One diagram. Let's go look at the diagram to figure this one out. So if we look at the Air Force One diagram, this is the diagram we're talking about. So here's the area of detail, and then it has a close-up of the main decks of Air Force One. And it goes through and it talks about, it has the communications center. It has the crew rest area, the flight deck, the conference room, the senior staff area, the galley, the medical office, the president's office, the president's suite. So that is what is listed on this diagram. That is, those things, those details would be the most important parts of this diagram. So now we understand our diagram, what all is here. Let's go look at the question again. So the primary purpose, describe how Air Force One is designed to maintain security. Well, if I go back and look at that diagram, none of these really focus on security, so I can get rid of that answer. Present the kinds of tasks the president completes aboard Air Force One. Well, it shows where the president could work in his office, but it doesn't talk about anything about the kinds of tasks that he will do on Air Force One. Illustrate how the communications equipment functions aboard Air Force One. Now, it might talk about, it shows you there is a communication center, but that's all it's showing us. It doesn't give us any details about the communication center or the equipment. To show that Air Force One is designed to meet the needs of the president and his staff. So if we go look at this one, so the president, looking at these, there's the communication center, the crew rest area, the flight deck. That's all taken care of on the top floor. The bottom floor is the conference room, the senior staff area, the galley, which is the kitchen, the medical office, the president's office, the president's suite. That means where the president can sleep and rest and have some sort of downtime while he's on the plane. So those are the needs of the president while he's on this plane. He is going to need to be able to meet with his senior staff and eat and maybe take care of medical needs and have an office to work. So obviously our best answer is to show that Air Force One is designed to meet the needs of the president. So you would put this over here. We've marked our answers. We've shown our text evidence, and we can move on. So that's what I mean, what you're going to do for each of these problems. Go through and find those. And then after you have answered them all, you're going to go into Canvas and take a quiz. There's a quiz assignment that is in Canvas. Good luck with that. I look forward to seeing your answers.